Well, hello again, and welcome to the YouTube channel, How to Get an 800 Credit Score, where we talk about ways to build credit, increase your credit score. We also talk about stimulus check updates and second stimulus check updates. I'll be doing more stimulus updates as we go along about the stimulus check and breakthroughs as they happen to also as well. So today we're going to talk about a new proposal that's been introduced to the Senate by a senator by the name of Elizabeth Warren, who is a Democrat from the state of Massachusetts, too also as well. And what this is the proposal from her is a nationwide eviction moratorium bill. And this has been introduced to the Senate. And there's many reasons why this has been introduced, and this is a good thing too also, by the way, because many of the states moratoriums are expiring, or some of them have already expired already. So now renters are in desperate need of a place to live because of these moratoriums expiring too also as well. So hopefully this will pass. But a little update on a previous proposal that includes somewhat of a moratorium too also as well, which is the HEROES Act, which if it's passed, it will also affect that, the moratoriums too also as well. But now the CARES Act, which was passed back in March, presented some moratoriums and eviction relief for tenants too also as well, who have been affected by the pandemic, because the last thing that they need is to worry about being evicted from their homes and being homeless due to the pandemic that started way back a few months ago. So basically this proposal, it is called the Protecting Renters from Evictions and Fees Act. And what this bill would do is it would extend eviction protections for non-payment of rent for 1 year. And it will start retroactively from March 27th of this year, 2020. And it would also substantially expand the current federal eviction moratorium so that it includes most renters. So renters would have relief and would not have to worry about being evicted from their apartments or their place of living until 1 year. Okay. So here's a statement from Elizabeth Warren that she said to Vox. Quote, renters who have lost their job or had their income reduced should not have to fear losing their homes in the middle of a pandemic. Elizabeth Warren said this in a statement to Vox. Housing is a human right and an absolute necessity to keep families safe during this crisis, and Congress must step in now to help keep people in their homes. So right now, states and localities or cities, they have their own rules. So it's a bunch of confusing rules and eviction policies, but the CARES Act, which was passed back in March, it had imposed a 120-day moratorium on evictions for tenants in federally assisted housing or in homes with federally backed mortgages. About 12.3 million of the 43.8 million rental units in the United States, according to the Urban Institute. Those protections, they are set to expire next month on July 25th, along with the pandemic unemployment assistance. But Elizabeth Warren's bill, what it would do is it would keep all of those safeguards in place for an additional 8 months. It would extend those benefits beyond those in federally backed housing to almost all renters. The bill, it would also bar or prevent landlords from charging any additional fees for non-payment of rent and require the landlords to give tenants 30 days notice of eviction after the moratorium ends. So this would give a good grace period here for renters, so they would not have to worry about being evicted during the time that the moratorium is in effect, too also. So basically, that's it in a nutshell for Elizabeth Warren's proposal. Now we know there's been many proposals already, and if you haven't already, if you missed the video that we made about 8 proposals, you want to definitely check it out. I will leave a link up here. So when you're done watching the video, definitely click on that link. It would take you to the link for the other proposals. So there's been many other proposals that's been proposed into the House and the Senate too also as well. Actually, there was one from Representative Ilhan Omar, was representative from the House of Representatives actually. It talks about mortgage, right? Free rent and free mortgage too also as well. Now in the House, Representatives Jesus Garcia, which is a Democrat from Illinois, and Barbara Lee, a Democrat from California, they're pushing similar types of legislation into the House of Representatives. Garcia said in a statement to Vox that as existing moratoriums expire, it's more important than ever for Congress to protect the renters. Quote, "My district consists principally of immigrant and working class communities, and more than half of my constituents are renters." This is what Representative Garcia said. "As our country faces historic levels of unemployment, and with another first of the month around the corner, people in my district are hurting, and the last thing they should worry about is having a roof over their head." Now we know the first of the month passed, as far as June 1st already expired, and many people already have gotten evicted. Okay, and July 1st is coming up in a couple of days from now, and many more people, many more Americans will be getting evicted from their homes and dwellings too also as well, right? Now, we all know the House passed the HEROES Act, which was a $3 trillion stimulus package too also as well, but right now is sitting in the Senate, okay? And it includes a similar nationwide eviction moratorium for non-payment for most renters. And the HEROES Act also comes with a $1,200 stimulus check, $200 billion in financial support for housing and homelessness programs, including $100 billion for emergency rental assistance. And this money would also keep payments flowing to landlords, so landlords would not take a short on the money that they need to pay for their bills and their expenses too also as well. We know a lot of these landlords, they rely on this rental income to pay for things like maintenance for their building, utilities, mortgage, taxes, and of course other expenses that come along with the property and renting out the property too also. Now the eviction moratorium, it provides sort of a stopgap. It prevents renters from becoming immediately homeless during the pandemic. Nationwide policy is a good idea, I believe, in my opinion too also as well, because it's more effective than the current slew of state and local rules, which sometimes they can be confusing too, and people can still end up being evicted even with those rules in place. So what the bill would mean is that the rent is no longer due, and it would prevent any arrears from piling up. And tenants could still be evicted for non-payment after the moratorium expires. So landlords cannot evict any tenants until after the moratorium is over. So that's my stimulus check update / stimulus package update for today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you haven't already, definitely go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. That way, when I make more of these stimulus check updates or stimulus package updates, you'll never miss a single video as we make them. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, so that way it helps us promote the video better on YouTube also as well. And from all of us here at the How to Get an 800 Credit Score family, stay safe, be blessed, and stay tuned. We'll have more stimulus check updates coming, and we'll see you guys in the next video. But I want to say bye for now. Talk about ways to increase your credit score, build credit, and get approved for the lowest payments on mortgages and lines of credit, travel the world for free, earn extra money with cash back. And if that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss a single video as we make them.